Hello and welcome to the round 22 review for Supercoach 2022. It is George from Fantasy Take TV. This week we scored 2,401 and we are ranked exactly 2,000. So I don't think that counts as top. Is that top 2,000? I don't know, probably not, but hopefully we can get a top 2,000 finish, which would be good considering. Not where we wanted to be, but on to next year. Lots of lessons that were good for this year, and we'll see how we go in the preseason. So I've already drafted my 2023 team, but yeah, just 2 trades post buy, nothing I could really do. So we've made no progress at all. A bit like feminism in the 2000s, no progress since the buy. So I think at the end of the buys we were ranked roughly 2,000, and that's where we are now. Did have the draft semi-final, which was good. So did beat Ben quite comfortably, which was nice. He was clear. I think he beat me by about 4,000 points during the year, but couldn't beat me in the final. So only as good as your last game. Unlucky Ben. But yeah, check out SC Insider. They run a great YouTube channel there. But yeah, we'll get into the team and whatnot. Also, if you are interested in FPL, NFL, NBA, whenever that starts, we do all that in the Discord. I think I'm quite keen for NFL, and I'm giving FPL a crack. Unfortunately for FPL, I didn't realize you can't reverse trades, and when you do trades in FPL, it costs you points. So I copped a negative 8 points. Anyway, not an FPL vid, but long story short, I did trades I didn't know you could reverse, so I'm already in the mud for that format. But yeah, join the Discord, link below for any of those. But yeah, NFL I'm very keen for. Yeah, we'll just see how the team went. Defense was good. Crisp is struggling. It's just normal. He went from a guaranteed ton just about to a guaranteed crap score, which isn't great. And then Bailey Dale has been a failed trade-in. Should have gone for Angus Brayshaw. We went Angus Brayshaw in Fantasy and Dream Team, but for some reason we decided Dale in Supercoach. So don't know why we did that. But it's whatever. In the midfield was pathetic, really pathetic. Laird is fine. 97 from him is fine. He's been fantastic all year. Probably about a 135, 140 average in our team. Maybe about 135, something like that. Teague was solid. He plays North this week, so we'll go over captains in a second. Clary was our captain, so that was a good decision because I don't think we had, apart from Dawson, we didn't have a 130 plus score. But the midfield was not good. So Neil got tagged. That's fine. Everyone has Neil. Not much you can do about that. Cripps is maybe I got to apologize to Cripps again. He's been pretty good since he decided to be good again. Still rocking a little bit, even with Pitney in the team. I don't like that, but he plays Collingwood, so that's a good matchup for him next week. And Jack Steele and Samuel Walsh. Steele on Friday night. This was very painful to watch. I don't know what happened here. He's never had a score anywhere near as bad as this, basically. I think he had maybe 170 this year, but other than that, not sure if he was tagged by the barometer, Reese Matheson. But just really disappointing score. I don't know what to say. Just look disinterested. Low disposals. Need to bounce back. I think, he's averaged 80 something in our team. And same with Walsh. Walsh has averaged about 105 since we got him for 630. So that's been a failed trade-in. Still think this was a week that I thought I'd get some points on merit. Nope, not this week. That's never going to happen. And then McRae was good. I assume CBAs were back up. So 114, that's fine. Don't know if we start McRae next year. Maybe. Rocks were fine. Big Shrek. Good for the Discord if Big Shrek does well, but not good for me. We have our Discord might as well be a Shrek cult led by Eno, but that's okay. We have Big O who plays Gorn, and Big Shrek plays Briggs. So we're in deep shit for top 2k next week. Probably give up another 50 points to that position. And then the forward line is just solid. So this forward line just slowly ticking along. I wish I had Heaney instead of English, but Yeah, English rucking with Steph. I guess he plays Hawthorn this week, so maybe that's a good matchup for him. But I think Reeves is injured, I think. So what's he playing? Who's he playing against? McAvoy? I don't know. So that's is what it is. But yeah, forward line was otherwise fairly solid. Marcus Bontempelli is injured at the moment as a bit of an adductor issue. But I don't think they can rest him because they are playing for top 8 spots if Collingwood can beat Carlton, which that would be a wild game at the MCG. That would surely they get 90,000 there. Bulldogs should get up, although tough matchup in Tasmania, so that'll be a fun matchup. And then our bench is just destroyed. Owens is all we got. C-Mac and Hobbs were sub today. Very strange decision to put them both as sub when neither are playing finals. That's struggling to comprehend, but fortunately we had a full squad, so that's fine. So on to this week. Well, what can we do this week? No trades, but I think Jezza Cameron against West Coast. I don't know if he plays on Barras, and Barras has been good this year or the last month and a bit. But basically, Jezza is 4 goals off the Coleman, and they play West Coast at home, so they're going to be force-feeding Jezza, and they've guaranteed top spots, so they don't need to worry about winning by a certain margin or winning, I think. So Jezza I like as an option this week. Who else we got? Big Darcy might be a sneaky VC against Briggs. I don't mind that. He's hit form again, but you never know what you're going to get with Darcy, but it's a nice matchup. And Tuke Miller is a good captain, I think, versus North. Laird has Willem Drew, potentially tagging him. Willem Drew went to Merritt today for the first 3 quarters, I think. The Dogs mids, I think we're just avoiding the Dogs for captains. You just never know who goes big. Bont's not an option with his injury niggle. Dunks has had a low floor this year for the most part, and McRae's ceiling has seemed to be gone, and CBA's a bit all over the place, so I don't think we do a captain there. Paddy Cripps not the worst captain option versus Collingwood. We saw Parker and Mills do really well today against Collingwood. Rowbottom went really well. And then Jack Still coming off a 58 against a tough matchup against Sydney. I don't think you can VC him. And then I think the tags as well. Sinclair should get a Ryan Clark tag, and Finn McGuinness maybe goes to Dale or Libba. Not sure. I think they're using Finn McGuinness in tagging jobs all the time. But I think more likely goes to Libba. But there's an off chance he goes to Dale. I just think Ed Richards has been really good, and they can use Caleb Daniel back there as well. Although Dale made a few bad clangers, so I don't know if they actually want to tag Dale, but for my own sake, I hope they tag Libba. Essendon looks pretty terrible, so maybe Short has a decent game against the Bombers. And yeah, that's pretty much my preview for next week. There's not much else to speak about. But I think we'll go over my Sportsdeck team, just see how we're going for this. So ranked 44th in this, and basically what I did this year in Sportsdeck is, so if you don't know what Sportsdeck is, it's Dream Team. It's kind of a mix between Supercoach and AFL Fantasy. I do recommend people play all 3 and get 3 shots at doing well at a format. But I think in this format, I picked, my starting midfield was all value. It was Rao, it was Shield, Lipinski, and Cripps. So I just picked value everywhere. Sicily Hewitt down back. Brody I started in this format. Cogs was really cheap, so I started all value, except for I think I had Corn Grundy, but switched that to Bruce English in the first three or four rounds. But I had all value basically everywhere, and it got me to a good start. So not like Supercoach where I was ranked 30k for the first month or so. And also something that was important here is I have Goldie here. Goldie and Taranto. Taranto I brought in and basically hasn't played at all. Just got me a 70 and then got concussed. So should have gone Rowan Marshall there. But having a say a M9 or a F7 has been really, really, really useful. Especially like in my midfield, Jelly missed a game. Clary missed a game, had to hold him. I held Max Gorn because I had Goldie. I brought in Goldie to cover for Max Gorn for a few weeks, and a lot of people traded Max Gorn. So, like in Supercoach, you don't see many Max Gorn owners at the moment, but that's given me a bit of an advantage. So stuff like that, just thought I'd run over that. Hopefully I can stay in the top 50. I'll be happy with that in that format. But yeah, obviously I've kind of full sent it. Brought in Josh Kelly. I didn't bring in Zorko. But yeah, just took a few risks in that format that probably wouldn't take in Supercoach. So that's. But I think this week we'll do some videos. Part 2 of players who are underpriced. So we'll go over like a Dom Sheed, a few others. I can't remember off the top of my head. Can't remember at the moment, but yeah, it's players like that. I'll also do a lessons video and also review my trades, but probably do that in the final review. And yeah, podcast tomorrow, so it should be good. And I think we'll wrap it up there. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys soon.